This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
We were joined by comedian Dilruk Jayasinha this morning.
Yes, Bronte from Married at First Sight comes in, and Sean says some really wonderful things that women will love.
Thank you. Make sure you tune in for that one. We talk about things that might have been stolen out of a warehouse, which is interesting.
In Trades of Glory, two chippies went head-to-head, and it'll make you wonder whether you should hire them.
Let's go.
Nathan, Nat and Sean.
On Nova 937.
6:05, David and Sean. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
We're on the home run, everyone.
Not quite Friday, but nearly.
No, it's fine. We're getting close. Oh, it does feel like it's Friday, though.
We're
feels
so
like-
close. You can sniff the fumes of Friday, can't
It's more
you?
than it feels like it should be Friday.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so if you are a chippy and you would like to have $1,000 to stock up your toolkit.
Buy a new hammer.
I think it's after 7:30. After
Yes.
7:30, we're going to be doing Trades of Glory. So chippies, set your clocks.
It's your time to shine.
We got tickets galore to give away today. Harry Styles is always up for grabs, as we know. You can win tickets to his show here, but also head over to Sydney, which would be awesome.
And Pink. Don't
And
forget Pink as well.
Pink tickets.
Yeah.
Pink tickets.
Yep.
Good.
$1,000 to win with MAFS. If you watched the commitment ceremony last night,
Oh,
or you
yes.
just want to have a guess.
Hey, when you're watching us on the commitment ceremony, if you look at our hairdos...
I don't say our hairdos,
look at
it's your
hairdo.
hairdo.
What are you saying?
I was
our
trying to bring you
hairdo?
into it. I'm like, whoa, that's nasty.
Nathan and I look normal. You lived that for a while. What the hell were you
I
doing?
remember was saying to you, Sean, cut your hair. You look like Nick Nolte when he was arrested. And you were like, nah, it's all right.
I love Nick Nolte. Oh, God.
Our hairdos.
What a
How
moment.
funny was that? Our hairdo.
Our hairdos, I know. Comedian Dilruk Jayasinha is going to join us a little bit later this morning.
Yeah.
And soon, Bronte from MAFS
That's
is going to be
right.
joining us right here in the studio.
Righto.
Book for Holiday You this summer.
Because Aussies act a little different on holiday. More daring, relaxed, and sometimes more fancy.
And What If has all kinds of accommodation to suit your style. Book your next getaway on the What If app. What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Let's get into the MAFS drama of last night.
Last night, every night.
The most
the
recent
beginning.
drama.
all the nights. So Harrison is just a wonderful man, and if you don't know if you know, he's hot. We all think
Don't worry,
he's
he'll
hot.
tell you.
Yeah, and he was out, Sean, at
Yes.
a bar with
Yes.
Dan, and he was approached by two girls because they think he's hot, and they asked if they could have his number. He said no because he's married, but I'll take yours because he didn't want to shame the girl.
Well, then you delete the number,
Yeah.
Nate.
So
That's
then
easy.
he's on the phone with Adam, telling Adam a story. He's on loudspeaker. Janelle overhears. Janelle thinks that he's actually said Dan is the one that has taken the number.
Right.
Then Harrison sees something happening at the dinner party, so he goes out and approaches the group that are talking about this issue, and then he tries to grab it with by both
He tries
horns,
to take control of the situation.
by both horns,
Yeah.
and mitigate what was going on. This is Harrison doing some of his finest work and being the bestest of friends with Dan.
By some miracle, it seems that Janelle's heard that it was Dan got a phone number and not me. It's dumbfounded.
That's the thing. We don't know if it's true.
Guys, I think just tonight, just leave it and maybe let me talk to him as well.
Yeah, I should 100%. Amen. 100%. Yeah, that is actually ideally better. Then that way it's not like a he said, she said. We're out of it then.
All right, so if I talk to him, it goes away.
Yeah, 100%.
The last thing I need to bring to Bronte's attention is the fact that I got attention from a female at a bar while I was out with my mates. So I have to just let him take the hit on that.
I have to limitate the hit on that.
Yes.
So, okay, so then Dan goes out to the table, right?
Yeah.
And then he's sitting at the table. And then he realises that it's all coming out because everyone's starting to talk about it. So then he goes, okay, well, now
go
I
and
have
get
to
Dan.
tell Bronte. Now I have to tell Bronte. So then he tells Bronte, and then Bronte, who's with us right now, and I'm going to have a go at it about this. Bronte then approaches the table, and then this is her reaction to what Dan had to say to the table.
Can I just say that I trust what he's saying and we can...
Why would I give my phone number? I have to be an idiot.
All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I know that I've been matched with a very good-looking guy. Girls are going to look at him. They're going to get his attention. I know that. Yeah. I'm cool with it. At the end of the day, if he says that he deleted the number, he deleted the number, and we move on. Honestly, Honestly, I'm just done.
Bronte.
No, Bronte, I'm okay with you.
Oh, of course you are.
I don't know who that is. Who is that girl?
100%.
So with hindsight, after seeing the episode and seeing the behind-the-scenes manoeuvring and stuff, what are your feelings today about that situation?
I feel sick to my stomach. I feel sick. Honestly, I watched that last night, and I think people forget that I'm watching. Well, we all are.
Yes.
Yes,
We're
yeah,
all
at the
watching
same
this
time.
at the same time. So obviously, I didn't know that all of this meddling was going on,
yes.
and I had no idea about this number. So obviously, when I've sat back and I've watched how Harrison exposed himself, and then he's tried to deflect, shock, and then he's obviously tried to blame Dan, and I've gone, what?
And at the expense, because Sandy was very
Sandy
upset and
left.
left.
Sandy
She was devastated.
That wasn't fair on Dan because he
No.
started telling the situation. She just went straight on the front foot.
100%.
You're talking about being, you know, so people want to have a dig at you for taking someone at face value. That's all you can do. If someone's telling you something, that you're
Harrison's got some runs on the board of being an
Don't
arsehole.
get me wrong.
Yes.
I hear you. I do. I understand. But I think for me, so I've got such a little head. I think
You know what? We've got big heads and we take that personally.
I need more brains, clearly. So I think, you know, when Harrison was telling me what, you know, the information about the phone number, you know, in my head I've gone, is this man actually taking accountability? I was shook. I was like, wow. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Obviously, I didn't know everything else that had gone on. So when he's telling me, I'm going, he's actually telling me the truth. He's actually going to tell me what happened before I find out through someone else.
But he was lying about it.
But he was lying about it. And I could see that when I was watching it, that he was lying to me. And I was like, oh, someone paint my face with the clown emoji. Like,
No. I get all that. I get all that. I just want to know, and I'll throw this out to you two ladies. Are a lot of men just like this? Or are they just, like, you know what I mean? Like, do men do this, Natalie?
Well, I mean,
do men, like, you know, how many men out there are actually doing this, Bronte, in your opinion?
Who knows what the percentage is?
Because you want to, like Sean said, be able to trust someone and take them on face value. But then when you see someone like Harrison, and then like even Shannon, and I know that it's married at first sight, and
it draws a certain type of person.
But I wonder a lot of women out there after watching this.
The best
a lot of women have. No wonder a lot of women have trust issues.
Yes.
Yeah, and I do have trust issues.
How could you not?
100%. So I guess, you know, when I decided to, you know, apply for the show and actually find somebody that I hadn't necessarily dated in the past, Harrison's pretty much every single guy rolled into one.
Oh, dude.
So it was... I had been dealt a really lousy card, and I could either run or I could actually give it a crack, because when I walked down that aisle to Harrison, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, because you don't want an argo. Let's no one wants to get down there and see an argo and go, oh, God, I've got a lot of personality.
Now you sound like Shannon.
Yeah. But you don't. She's not ugly, though. She's hot.
Totally. Caitlin's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Inside and out. She's stunning. And,
Not sure.
You know... She's beautiful. She's
no, you're saying she's hot. She's not.
She's
Sean, what do you mean?
Caitlin's amazing.
I've got eyes.
Have you got a mirror?
Have you got a mirror?
She's
I comment on myself. I'm just saying.
Caitlin deserves the world.
Yeah, I think she's very
that.
sweet.
She does.
What we're seeing, though, we're commenting on what we're seeing last night. Mm-hmm. Those conversations are taking place. They go longer. The dinner party goes longer than however long we see on TV.
They go for hours.
So when Dan is sitting there having a conversation with Harrison, we see a part. Mm-hmm. When Harrison's having a conversation with the three people outside, we're also seeing a part, and also at the dinner party with you. So how much of that... I mean, there's a lot of GST here. So whilst we're throwing the axe into him and he looks like an absolute knob, I'm not sure where it all sits.
Okay, you know him. Is he an absolute knob?
Oh, look, I wasn't impressed by the things that he was saying and doing up until that point. Like, there's no lie that I was upset, but there is different layers to Harrison. And what everybody doesn't understand is that I'm living with this man. You know, I'm with this man 24 hours a day, and we have conversations. We catch up on things. When we went home that night, I spoke to him about this, number, and I said, "I'm your wife. Like, you do not do that. Like, that is not okay. But in the moment, I was just so blown away by the fact that he was actually telling me.
Yes.
Not realising he had
was
no
lying.
plans to tell me whatsoever. So I was
And it's
like,
just the willingness of him to
I'm a
throw
mug.
his mate under the bus. Was like that to me, like the
I
number
think
is a big crime.
I think that's
is
the
a
worst
crime.
part.
Yes.
the worst
Is
part.
the mate part.
Taking the number is actually the lesser
and
of
he
two
was
evils
just
here.
literally just going to let Dan
Yes.
take the blame
Yeah.
for all of it. I
At
was
his
shocked.
relationship's
Like,
expense.
But,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
on your
Poor
point, Sean,
Sandy.
these people
Yeah.
aren't like blind to the fact they're going on Married at First Sight and they're
Yeah.
going to get edited. So you know what I mean?
Oh.
No one's got a hood over their head
No.
and they're dragged on TV.
No, but you also can't just take everybody for every clip that you
No,
see.
but
No, but we can
can't.
take
You can't.
Bronte's
We see
word
it
for
every
it
year.
because
You can
she
take
was
Bronte.
there.
But hold on, Bronte. Sorry, Bronte, I'm not having to go at you here. But previously we saw that you had all this information ahead of you and played it up to the cameras in day one. I mean, that's come out already. I don't know. That's what we're reading.
Look.
So everyone's playing their different games and aware what's going on.
But that's it. So that's it.
Yes.
Everyone is
So,
playing their different games.
So the thing is, with those messages that I got from Jess before the wedding, when I got those messages, they hadn't even caught up yet, Harrison and... what's her name? Abby.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that it was Harrison. I never got a name. So I've gone, all right, well, I haven't had any confirmation that this guy is even dating this girl. Jess never brought it up to me again. So I've gone, why would I think twice about it?
Okay.
It's clearly not a red flag to me at the moment. But if I do get this guy, at least I can play it to my advantage and I go, oh, cool. Like, I know exactly how to play it with you. Or if he does get another girl, I'll be able to tell her. But when you go into it and you actually marry the stranger, every strategy that you think you're going to have to protect your heart goes out the window.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
right.
And I got dropped with the bomb on the wedding day. But the thing is that what I was mad at with that is Jess FaceTimed me the night before. She knew about the wedding for weeks. She knew the date.
Yeah.
And then obviously I was like, why didn't you just tell me on FaceTime last night? Or why didn't you tell me leading up to the wedding? Why did you have to tell me at the wedding? So you knew this relationship
better TV.
progressed. Totally. But she knew the relationship progressed, but never told me.
Do you think the producers spoke to her and told her to tell you at the wedding?
Oh,
yes.
100.
It's 100%.
I mean,
Because your
she
Yeah.
was the only one who had her
surprise
phone.
face.
Yeah.
Your surprise face, it was made for a great promo.
Yeah. So
I have a very expressional face.
on that, you don't speak to Jess anymore, do you? Or you do? Have you worked it out?
Unfortunately, no, because obviously I wanted to reconcile. I did. And then she screen recorded the voice notes and sent them into every single gossip page.
Yes.
possibly
Oh,
think.
right. Yes.
Okay.
So I was wondering how they got it.
You know,
Yeah.
it's shitty and
Yeah.
I've owned it. It's me. I said what I said.
Yeah.
And all I was doing in that moment is I was shit scared.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I do? Like, I could play like this, I could do this, I could do that. There was so much more context to these voice notes. You heard 20 seconds.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
And that's the thing about going on a show like this. You're going to hear 20 seconds,
Yeah, you are.
10 seconds.
and
You're going to hear
you see
conversations
5%
pieced together.
of
Yeah.
what actually happened.
Yeah.
So,
God,
yeah.
it must be so unlucky because you do go on this show and, you know, the dream thing would be to possibly meet someone.
Oh,
Yeah, and some people do, but it's a rarity.
But then you get partnered. They knew who Harry.
Yes.
They knew. The experts knew
They
who
would have
Harrison.
rubbed-
was.
That's why when John came in here, Nathan, I'm like,
Yeah.
come on,
Nathan,
mate.
you say experts, the producers.
Sorry, the producers.
Rub
They
their
know who
hands
you're.
with the glee
so
when
it's
they
just
find
like,
someone
unfortunately, you got given one of those people. But then
Yeah.
again, I mean, you're getting some airtime. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
at the expense of my mental health, but that's
Yeah, sure.
okay.
yeah.
I didn't agree to go on MAFS thinking that it was going to be a breeze.
Yes.
But did I go on MAFS thinking I didn't know Harrison's personality? I had no idea
Yeah.
that, you know, the man's clearly
Yeah, but
is
you've watched most seasons,
narcissistic.
haven't you?
Totally.
But you just hope you're not going to get that guy
But
or
you
that
don't
girl.
go in thinking, yeah, there's women like this too.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
You don't go in thinking, oh, I'm going to get the worst of
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah.
But as I said, there is layers to Harrison, and he's like
Yeah.
a crab.
Yeah.
He's very
Yeah.
hard exterior.
Yeah.
But there
and
is
he's a
little
father,
soft
so
side.
there'll be soft sides to him there
There
as
is.
well. But, you know,
There is.
everyone knows what they're going into, and it's a garbage can fire. And you just hope that you survive without too many burns.
Totally. I think I've got a few scars, but we
I
survived.
wouldn't be surprised. All right. Thanks for coming in, Bronte.
Thanks,
Bronte.
Continue Sunday
Thank
night
you.
from 7 o'clock on Night.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Hi, this is Harry Styles.
Mr. Harry Styles!
See me live.
Nova's on tour with Harry Styles.
I would be honoured to have you at the show.
Harry Styles is bringing his love on tour to HBF Park in Perth on Monday the 20th of February. Don't miss your chance to see him live.
Oh, yes. The man himself, Harry Styles. You just heard Late Night Talking. Caller number 6 is Vanessa from Riverton. Good morning, Ness.
Good morning, everyone.
Nessie, you, milady, are off to see Harry Styles at his Love on Tour show here in Perth. Guaranteed tickets are yours.
Oh, Monday.
That's awesome.
Vanessa,
So excited. Thank you.
You should be too, and now you're in the draw for a massive trip to Sydney to see Harry there, live at Accor Stadium with $2,000 spending money.
Oh, my gosh. I will have my fingers crossed. That will be absolutely fantastic.
I know. We could be calling you back on Monday with that, Vanessa, so make sure you've got your phone
please
handy.
do.
Don't let that slip through your fingers.
Ness, of course, you get 2 tickets. Who's the other person going with you?
Oh, I think there might be a few arguments in the house. I'm not sure. I have to think about that one today.
Who's in the house? Who have we got in the house?
I've actually got 3 boys and a husband, but it might be a girlfriend that I take.
Yeah.
I think that's safest.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm betting on that one too.
Yeah. Just because you don't want to disappoint, you know.
But then if you
want
win
to
the
disappoint them
Sydney,
equally.
but then if you win the Sydney trip, it has to be the husband.
Yeah.
He'll want to go, won't he?
Oh, that could be a girlfriend too.
$2,000 spending money, that's a lot
Do
of
you want
cosmos.
to speak up for all the husbands out there?
Well, I think you should take him because then you can drop him off at Ramwick while you go and see Harry.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I'd
no
love to see
worries,
Harry.
Sean.
All right, Vanessa, you're officially in the running, but you enjoy Harry Styles on Monday night here in Perth, okay?
Awesome. Thanks very much, guys.
All right, everyone, if you want to be part of this, keep it on Nova or head to the Nova Player to be in the running for Nova's on tour with Harry Styles.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Easter's not too far away.
No,
hey?
it's not.
What about how straight after Christmas they put Easter eggs in?
Oh, and hot cross buns too, immediately. And it's like, but people must be buying them.
Have you seen
They're-
those
we
new-
are.
have
We're
you
buying
seen
them at
those new
our
hot
house.
cross
No,
buns?
I don't agree with that.
I think it was Woolworths or Coles have brought out. They're with burger sauce and pickles.
That's not a hot cross
that's
bun.
gross.
That's close to a cheesy might scroll. Like
There's
it's
a-
that. It's not a hot cross bun.
There's a
What are you
carrot
doing?
cake one that seems intriguing, but like burger sauce. I'm not a hot cross bun person.
But you couldn't eat a hot cross bun that's like a carrot cake because you've only got the highest of highs to measure it
'Cause
from.
of
It'd be
Marlene
really
Morris's
difficult to do that.
famous carrot cake from the Carrot Cake Warehouse where
But
she
she's
pumped them out, but yet I never saw one of
Never
them.
made them.
Child, liar. I want to pop over to the UK right now. Oh my God, Chris. Easter was nearly cancelled.
Oh.
Easter was nearly cancelled because a bloke called Joby Poole. 32, yeah, good name, hey? Joby Poole. 32 years of age. He was been arrested and charged with criminal damage and theft after being stopped on the M42 because he broke into an industrial estate in a warehouse and stole 200,000 Cadbury cream eggs and got away. This is him getting away.
Yeah. Is he like subcontracted to the Easter Bunny? Is that what's going on here?
Really good point, Nat. Maybe he's a new rival to the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
That's how you take out your competition.
$70,000 worth of Cadbury cream eggs.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of eggs, isn't it?
Where did he? Were they just rolling around in the back of his car? Where did he put
In
them?
a giant basket, Nelly. He was seen driving a giant basket, and that's how he was caught.
There's a separate lane for those on the M42, so it's pretty obvious.
There's that with really huge baguettes that side of it, which you can't get under bridges with.
No, that's right.
It's
That's
actually
right.
insane. It's crazy, isn't it, when a warehouse or a storage room or whatever.
Yes, because it's a bulk of one
it's bulk
thing.
of one thing.
Yeah.
Sam, come over to the microphone, Sam.
Sam, who does all our digital content here, all our socials and everything. He's quite the talent.
This rang a bell to you, Sam.
Yeah, this one spoke to me personally. I used to work at a shoe store that I won't name. And
It's not around anymore, is it?
No, it's back.
Oh, is it back?
Okay.
Is that back?
It's back. Yeah.
Like flares.
Yeah. And my manager at the time had left the back roller door up.
So that was is that the roller door on the loading dock kind of thing?
The
Is that
loading
way it
dock.
worked? Yeah, right.
So the giant roller door, basically. And it's got an elevator attached to it. And so the night before, she just thought, the alarm's not turning on.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. But you know what? Never been broken into before. We'll just lock up as per normal.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll leave. The alarm wasn't turning on because the roller door
was up.
So
it
the
wouldn't
entire time.
Yeah.
Which it's massive as well, so I don't know how she didn't see it. And over the span of 5 hours while we were closed, or 5 hours during the night, somebody came in the back door and filled up rubbish bins full of the shoes and was going in and out doing trips like that.
Like a solo green bin or something along those lines.
Green bin and recycling bin. So they had tipped out our bins that were in the store and filled them with shoes. And we're taking the shoes out of the boxes as well to maximise.
Were they all like size 10 or were they all different sizes?
All different sizes, all different shapes.
And that would have been a clue.
Exactly. We're looking for a size 10.
Yeah, and this was like an expense. Like the shoes weren't cheap either. They were good shoes, good Italian leather, beautiful shoes. And they got away with I would say almost $50,000.
So the security camera footage, what did you see?
A person wearing a wig. So they
could it just have been a woman?
No, they were being very coy about it. So they came into the store, obviously, to scope it out. And then they came back wearing a wig and this massive trench coat. But, we already had them on camera before without the wig or the trench coat.
Was it a long wig or was it a curly
burglar.
wig?
It was a janky wig. It was not pretty. It was like red dot Halloween wig.
Oh, so they've gone home to their dress-up box, do you think? Or
I don't know.
Do they have that in their car?
Do criminals have wigs and trenches?
Did you lend out any? You've got a great dress-up box. Did anyone come around that you
don't have a janky wigs, Sean. Don't have janky
You draw
wigs.
the line.
I make good enough money to get good wigs.
High-quality wigs.
Yeah. That's insane. And then they would have taken them home and I'm guessing...
Then what do you do with them?
And the craziest bit is that the manager kept her job.
Oh! Geez, what do you have to do to get fired from there?
How, though? Because I heard how big the roller door was.
She managed to talk her way out of it because she was apparently never trained in how to turn on the alarm.
Oh, wow.
And it's true.
Was she trained in how to close the door?
No, but she managed to do it.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We were gagged.
I don't think we've ever talked about this before. We want to talk about warehouse or stockroom thefts when one of many things, many of one thing, gets taken.
It's not like just a bit of pilfering, No. This is wholesale stuff.
Like 200,000 Cadbury eggs, all the shoes.
$50,000 worth of shoes.
God, I'd love to. That's the TV show you watch, isn't it? Following these people home and seeing what they do with it. Seeing what they do with it. We're going to give somebody $300 to spend at Bathers Beach House.
Oh, lovely. Wear your new shoes.
Yeah, let Bathers Beach House take care of your wedding day plans at their free wedding open house Sunday, Feb 26.
Beautiful. All right, 13 24 10. We are talking about those warehouse sales when a whole lot of one sort of thing got nicked.
Stock rooms, or if it was just something, many of something of the same thing got stolen. Let us know what it was.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Linda, hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Morning, Linda.
Linda, did the warehouse get broken into?
Well, I worked for a transport company in New South Wales before moving to WA.
Yes.
And we didn't store the stuff. We supplied the semis, went out, picked it up, and over a period of 6 months, 2 of our semi-trailers were stolen, full of televisions and VCRs.
How does somebody steal a semi-trailer?
This is racketeering.
Well, it went into police investigations. They were never located. But months later, the semis would turn up burnt out. So not only did they take everything in it and they hid them somewhere, when they had off-sold everything, because you got to remember these weren't flat screens back then, they were the big old box television.
Yeah.
So they needed somewhere to store them, so they just kept the trucks, the trailers.
But it's hard to hide that.
That's a bloody semi-trailer.
40-footers, huge. And, they burn them out as well.
So the drivers, what was, with the drivers, right? So they go to pick up the gear and they load it all up. How are they involved? Were they getting
held up?
Yeah, no, they would be parked up at night, you see, because a lot of these trucks we would do interstate runs. So sometimes they would sleep in their trucks and other times they would be put up back in the day, some of them stayed at friends' places or whatever. I always suspected it was was inside job.
Has to be.
But
This is a movie,
so.
Linda.
Nothing was ever proven.
So think about it.
Perfect crime.
So the semi-trailer, you would probably take it up bush somewhere and then cover
you
it
would have to.
heaps of branches because it's a semi-trailer.
Yeah, you would have to.
But like
you would have to.
VCR, a cheap
back in the
VCR back
day.
in the day. Do you still have your VCR?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I do. I've got mine in the storage.
I've got a Bluray player.
good one, Brian.
Yeah, no, I've got my VCR in the storage.
Actually, it might be
I don't even.
What was that, Linda?
The last thing I had was one of those things that you recorded straight from your television, and it was like had a little hard drive in it. I don't even use that.
Mate, I've got a DVD player still.
With
not
streaming
hooked up.
these days, you don't
I know, physical
need it.
media, that's what it's
Yeah.
called. But VHS,
Hilarious.
I've still got my watch. That's a thing you keep. I don't know why, but I've got a
Yes,
inkling
Brian.
that I'm going to retire.
Yes, Brian. Thanks, Linda. Bees in Coburn, hello.
Good morning, how you going?
Did a whole lot of something get stolen, Bee?
Yeah, I was working for like one of Australia's biggest online pet retailers, and was at that stage where you're moving warehouses because you've gone from being one of the smaller guys to moving up in the chain, and somehow of all the products you could steal, we had over $100,000 worth of dog flea and worming and treatment taken.
Stuff.
So no other products, no other, cats or anything like that, just purely dogs.
Wow. So,
It's
I
amazing.
mean, like, that dog must have been so itchy.
I know, it seems pretty extreme.
So when something like that and a large amount of it gets stolen, what happens to that? You'd go straight onto eBay and stuff, wouldn't you, to see if someone's fleecing it, for a better word?
But the hardest thing is when there's so many companies doing the same thing, how do you know
It's an
if it's
opposition.
gone? You don't know where it's gone, or there's so many independents or little privates. Like, it's really hard because a lot of people do sell on those. So, and where we were located, you really needed to know that was the place.
So inside job, do you think?
So there
had to be like, there was nothing caught on cameras or anything, so you even needed to kind of know those positions.
In your opinion, was that the best thing to have stolen? Or was there something better? What do you think?
I would have gone for a whole lot of liver treats.
what, like 2 semi-trailers full of schmackers?
That's right. But you'd be able to find that car because all the dogs in the neighbourhood would be following it down the street.
What was the recommended retail, B? What did a bottle of that stuff retail for?
So your smallest sort of item retail-wise in something like that, when we noticed what they'd taken, was about $50.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right now.
Yeah, it's not cheap to deep freeze. You get like they come in like
but
a
the majority of it was. Yeah, well, majority of it was like in those times like $150 retail. So it's at least $100 a packet to buy at least, if not more,
and
because there's not a huge markup in them.
B, I know that you those things go on the weight of the dog. Was it just one particular size that went, or was it right across the range?
Look, I have to say it was the biggest size dogs that went, so you
Sean
do wonder
McManus,
what someone was
looking
doing.
My dog hasn't scratched for years.
It's a bit odd.
Hey.
Only the big dogs.
Sean.
She can't prove it.
She can't prove it. You got nothing on him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ring any time. You never get me.
Right, Sean.
Yes, absolutely. $300 to spend at Bathers Beach House. Let Bathers Beach House take care of your wedding day plans at their free wedding open house Sunday, February 26th. I think Linda's going to get that one, actually.
All right, all yours, Linda.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast. I'm the best around. Trades of glory. I'm the best around. Trades of glory.
Tradies are the experts, unlike these three. The Construction Trading Fund are here to help. Apprentices get $500 back on tools with CTF's Apprentice Tool Allowance. Head to ctf.wa.gov.au to find out more.
Here we go with another round of Trades of Glory. 2 tradies about to go head-to-head in a quiz about their trade, which today is carpentry. Daisy is our quiz master.
Yeah, from Fox Modular.
We have got a couple of contestants want to have a crack at this. One is Luke and one is Hayden. We'll start with you, Luke. Good morning.
G'day, mate. How we doing?
Hey, Lukey. How long have you been a chippy for, Luke?
16 years now, I reckon.
16 years.
You can do anything, can't you, Luke?
What sort of work do you do, Luke?
Absolutely everything. First fix, second fix, roofing, whatever it is. Yeah.
Luke, did you buy a fixer-upper house and do all your own renos and stuff at home?
I have, yes, but back east, yep.
That's my favourite.
Did it take forever, Luke, or did you knock it out pretty quickly?
Oh, I think it was about 6 months that I just spent day and night on it. So,
God,
yeah.
Good work, Luke.
You know
It's
what?
a great trade.
Ladies, get chippies. If you're single,
Or become a chippy.
Go find a chippy.
Like
yeah.
Daisy.
Yeah. Hayden's in Wanneroo. Hey, Hayden.
How you going, Luke? How you going?
I'm Nathan. But that's nice that you said hello to Luke.
Yeah, that's right. How long have you been a chippy for, Hayden?
30 years.
30?
30 years. Geez, you would have banged out a few houses in your day, Hayden.
I have. Did roofing and just did patios and decking, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
right.
Hey, I want to know,
I need
Hayden.
some decking.
Hayden, when you watch The Block, does that frustrate you?
It does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I know that anyone that does a trade when they watch it goes, that's not real.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Exactly.
That's not how a house gets built that quickly.
Not in a million years. All right, here's what's going to happen. Daisy will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, buzz in with your name. If you get it right, you get the point. It is the best of 5. Let's test your buzzers. Luke?
Yep.
No, you have to say Luke.
Oh, Luke?
That's it. That's how you get a buzz in to
That's
answer the
the
question,
spirit,
Luke. Hayden?
Hayden.
Lovely.
All right. Hello, Daisy. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Daisy, take it away.
Okay, what is the Australian standard for residential timber frame construction? Wow, come on, guys.
Wow. Hayden?
Yes, Hayden?
H3 timber?
No, I'm asking for the Australian standard.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right. What's the answer to that? Yeah, what? Yeah.
Luke?
Yes, Luke.
9035?
No.
What is it, Daisy?
It's 1684.
I know. They've only got
to go back to
46
tape.
years experience between them.
All right, question number 2.
Score check.
Oh, yes.
0-0.
Okay, that was important. Thank you, Natalie.
All right, I'm sure one of you guys will get this. Ideally both. What sort of timber is most commonly used in timber frame construction?
Luke?
Yes, Luke?
9035.
No, I was like
Hayden.
the type of timber.
The type of timber. Hayden?
Hayden. Oh,
Hayden?
fine. Treated fine.
Luke was like, now I'm being too specific.
Luke's spewing.
Hayden leads 1-0.
Okay.
Next question, Daisy.
All right. What is the typical spacing for wall studs?
Luke?
Yes, Luke?
600 millimetres.
Yep, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
450 or 600.
Or it could be 450, that's right, depending on the load. Is that right, Daisy?
Yeah, just...
Yep. Luke ties it up at 1-1.
All right. What is the maximum allowed distance between balustrades?
Luke?
Yes, Luke?
900.
No, I'm talking balustrades on stairs.
Hayden?
Hayden?
100.
No.
Luke?
Guys.
Luke?
Yeah, go keep going, Luke.
Luke?
110 millimetres.
Hayden?
Wow.
Hayden?
Yes, Hayden. Last guess. Hayden?
150.
No.
The price is right.
This is the best,
Lower.
this is the best option I've ever been at. What's the answer, Daisy?
It's 125.
125. No worries.
The score is 1-1. Whoever gets this question right will win.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Let's test your buzzers. Let's test your buzzers. Luke?
Luke?
Hayden?
Hayden?
Yeah, they're still working.
So we're playing for $1,000
There
to
we are.
upgrade your toolkit.
There we are. Okay.
All right. According to the Australian standards, at what height does a raised platform need a handrail?
Luke?
Yes, Luke?
Hayden? 1.2.
No.
1.5.
No.
All right. The answer was 1 metre. We'll go on to the tiebreaker question.
The tiebreaker.
Oh, wow.
Can I just say,
Daisy? No.
Daisy's really disappointed in you guys. And tiebreak rules apply. So if you buzz in and get it wrong, the other person will take the
Can
win.
I just say, this is
Otherwise, we're going to be here all
It's my
day.
favourite round for the entire week. I love it.
All right.
All right, this one is really easy, okay? What does LVL stand for?
Luke?
Yes, Luke?
Oh, shit.
You know them as LVLs, but you don't.
Hurry up.
I do know what it is.
What is that?
Oh, I'm having a
Go on.
brain fade here.
Go on. Go on.
Oh, no.
Go on. You're running out of time.
No. Nah,
You
I'm
are.
sorry, guys. Bugger.
That means Hayden takes the win. Hayden takes the win by keeping
Thanks,
quiet.
Luke. No worries, mate.
What was the
Laminated
answer?
veneer lumber.
Laminated veneer lumber.
LVLs.
Oh, Luke, you are
Wow.
hilarious. I love it.
Sorry, guys.
I would hire you any day, Luke.
Thanks, mate.
Hayden, that means by default you've won $1,000 to spend on tools, all thanks to the Construction Training Fund. Well done.
Seems like a Clayton win.
Oh, thanks very much. That was great.
Oh, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Like I said,
guys.
favourite round all week.
46 years of carpentry experience between
Oh,
them.
you know what? They
And
get it done and no
shows.
one's died yet. They're all right.
Oh, that was
Are
lovely.
they?
Well, we're doing it again tomorrow.
We are tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Daisy.
Painters tomorrow.
My absolute
So,
pleasure.
Daisy, you were brilliant. Thank you so much.
I love it. No.
No, I love how disappointed you were in them.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Are you going to stay or are you going to leave?
It's the commitment ceremony.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Nathan, Nat and Sean love. And who doesn't love a commitment ceremony on Married at First Sight? Back Sunday, 7 p.m. on 9.
It's our very own commitment ceremony for Married at First Sight. And look, the producers don't tell us what to write. We just write whatever our heart
We
feels,
say what
don't
we
we?
want.
Because it's real and it's not scripted.
Look, you had to be watching Channel 9 last night to find out of us who chose to stay or leave and what the sequence was.
Yeah, you have to get in the right order and you can win. Hi, Marie.
Hi, how you going?
Great, Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Been watching MAFS, have you?
I have, yeah.
Fallen in love with Harrison because he's so hot.
Oh, totally not.
Yeah, I know.
What about Shannon? And
what
all
a
the gear he
catch.
puts in his
That
hair.
too.
I know Shannon with his crunchy mousse
I
fringe.
know.
It's like, oh my God, mate.
He has the hide to criticise
Dude.
Caitlin's appearance. Anywho, Marie, there's $1,000 up for grabs here. You just have to tell us the sequence of who chose to stay and who wanted to leave. Reading left to right, Nathan, Nat, Sean, what have you got?
So Nathan wrote leave, Nat chose stay, and Sean chose stay.
So you're saying they want to stay and I wanted to leave.
But because we wanted to stay, you have to stay. That's the way that show
Yeah,
works.
exactly.
Which is
Why did you
fundamentally
want to leave in the
terrible.
first place
It's
anyway?
quite toxic.
I don't know if that's right. Did you want to leave?
After all we've been through.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
of all
did.
we've been through. Hey, Marie, you've scored $1,000 cash.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Easy money, my friend. Watch Channel 9 tonight from 7:30 for our special commitment ceremony. And remember, the order of our decision to stay or leave, you could be like Marie and score yourself a grand.
Great score.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Please formally welcome comedian Logie winner.
Oh,
Most popular new talent, 2018.
Yeah.
If I'm
Haven't
not
done anything
mistaken.
since.
Dilruk
Recent
Jayasinha.
heart attack victim.
well, that was after
Yeah, right on the applause button. Yeah, like that.
Bravo, more.
Done for
Jill.
having crap
Well,
arteries.
well, your show is called Heartstopper, so let's get straight to it.
So Heartstopper is obviously, two reasons. One was the heart attack last year, but also because my mum's side of the family is Indian, and in Hindi, Ruk means stop and Dil means heart. So Heartstopper was...
shit, so it was written in the stars.
Exactly.
This is your mum's
destiny.
fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so your heart attack happened last year during the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
And did people laugh and think it was part of it?
Well, I didn't happen I was
It
not
wasn't
on stage.
Okay, right.
No. It was all
Because that would have been the worst.
But you didn't have a big moment of, oh my God, stabbing pain, did you? Talk us through what it
was
felt
a
like.
tiny little pinch in my left bicep, and I was like, oh, Sean, maybe I just went too hard on the dumbbells.
yeah, I've known the feeling.
You know
And
what?
then I was I haven't been to the gym in 8 months, so I don't think it's that. And I was like, it couldn't be that. Then.
I would have
It's not
died
delayed
'cause-
onset muscle soreness, 8 months in.
I don't have a left bicep to get a pinch in. So that was it, just a pinch.
Yeah, and so I just went, shake it off, and all this, literally the words in my head was like harden up, grow a pair, all those things started kicking in. And then I went, wait, why am I diagnosing myself? I'm not a doctor, much to my parents' disappointment. I'm not a doctor. So I thought I'll go to the doctors themselves. And the emergency ward doctor said basically, look, based on, we don't think it's anything, we actually think it's psychosomatic because I said, oh, really?
One of those people.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, well, because, you're breathing fine, your ECG is good.
Yes.
And you walked here.
Yes.
So, the fact that you walked here clearly means that you're not having a heart attack.
But he said, we'll do the test just to be sure. And an hour later, he comes
must have
back,
felt
a
stupid.
very different doctor. Same guy, but a different vibe. Going, actually, we're going to keep you here a bit longer. I was like, what's this about? He's like, yeah, look, it looks like you're having a heart attack. And in that moment, it's very scary. But my first thought was like, hey, yes, I knew I was in a soft.
I was right. I knew I was in a soft. I'd think the same thing.
Because I thought that...
I was like, yeah, it's so validating. Because initially, they're like, no, you've come in here with a little bit of a boo-boo. And we're going to kiss it goodbye. Here's a lollipop.
Yeah.
No, it's like, no, you're having a proper heart attack.
And you're like,
and I walk forward.
Does it hurt around your heart? Like,
no, so the heart itself doesn't have any pain receptors. So it has to, injure every other thing. Your chest and your arms, sending signals going, let this guy stop walking. Go get the heart sorted.
But you were fit, because you famously had lost a lot of weight and you've done lots of running and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I did a full marathon.
Yeah.
And then to have a heart attack happen, it's just embarrassing. It's just like, talk about, because simultaneously the thought I had while I was in the hospital going, you know what, I've been sober for 6 years, I've, got healthier, and I still had a heart attack. Why did I bother? Let's just, just use some of the needles around the hospital. Let's just go out with a bang. And then I realized, no, the truth is, it's because I was fit that I actually survived it. So what happened is I had an 80% block in an artery that the doctor said the nickname for the artery is the Widowmaker.
Yes.
I've heard of the Widowmaker.
What a nice
and
thing
it's a
to hear.
pizza as well. You can
Is it? And it's Bondvillain, I think.
Yes.
And basically, because the muscles around my cardio fitness was so strong, it kept pushing through the block.
Yes.
And that's why they looked at the ECG and said, the heart is pumping
fine.
great. So it is fitness that actually saved me in the end. But where the block happened was from years and years of struggles.
Of good times.
Of good times. There's the pizzas that we're talking about.
Now, Dilruk, you've got a new show that you'll be performing for everybody to see this. How's it coming together? Because we had Rove in the other day and he said Valentine's Day, he just had to say to Tasma that, sorry, I've got,
he's got to pull a show together.
Down. So you're just walking around the house, regurgitating. How are you going with yours?
Yeah, I always love kicking off the shows in Perth because prior to the pandemic, this is always where I started my tour. Obviously that, McGowan hated my material so much that he's like, we're blocking him. We're not bringing him here. And so for me, I love starting here because the audience is much more appreciative and grateful. Like in Melbourne, there's just spoiled for choice in terms of the 40s on.
We're a bit thirsty and desperate,
well,
so we're saying.
You're up against people like Hughesy and all these big names. They're like, we don't know this guy. It's like, it's one a logie apparently. So, whereas here, they're like, hey, thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. So for me, thirsty. I really... Yeah.
But be honest, we're a bit up ourselves at the moment. We just had the UFC, so we had a lot of celebrities. We literally won't let Post Malone in a nightclub. So
you got Backstreet Boys coming up.
I just watch your step. I want to ask you a question we asked Rove. We've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. Actually, we've been talking about it for over years. Here's my question. I want to know who you think is more famous worldwide, right, to the person on the street.
Yeah.
Is it Australia's sweetheart, Toni Collette, or Allen Iverson?
Oh, that's a very broad range. The average person on the street, I would think basketball culture extends more globally, especially in the Eastern countries, more so than Hereditary did.
So, but what about Sixth Sense?
Sixth Sense.
See, I didn't even know she was in Sixth
Sense. The staircase.
The
staircase.
Muriel's Wedding. Muriel's Wedding doesn't have the reach of Allen Iverson breaking ankles.
Sixth Sense did, though.
And the staircase as well broke records, streaming records.
I'm going to go with Iverson.
Interesting. Get out.
Hey, Dilruk,
question wasn't who I enjoyed it.
Everyone, don't go and see his show. It's a load of shit.
Yes, terrible show.
The answer. Well done, Dilruk. You can stay.
It's the first time you haven't gotten angry.
So yesterday, Rove was in, and of course that's Sean's cousin, and so Rove was on the Toni Collette wagon. Sean, furious about it.
No, but
you're right.
Incredible actress, of course.
Yes,
it sounds like a hater. And she's in WA at the moment.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Now I do feel bad.
Dilruk's show is called Heartstopper.
Yeah.
It's
You're terrible, Dilruk.
You're doing a few around, actually. Till Sunday night is the last one at Johnny Fox's, but you're doing a couple of shows in Wanneroo and Freo as well.
Yeah, Wanneroo is actually close to sold out, so that's nice. I don't know why my profile is big in Wanneroo.
It's massive in
That's
Wanneroo.
over 200 tickets just snapped up. I'm like, thank you guys, but yeah, there's heaps of tickets left. to
Also,
Fremantle and the
you
city.
probably don't know, Wanneroo is massive Tony Collette territory.
So watch your back. Watch your back. We've got a double to tonight's show if you want to go and see Dilruk, and you do. Great show. 13 24 10, we'll give it to
I'm going to give it to caller number 9. Thank you.
Is that Alan Iverson, Summer?
No, it's the 3. Should have gone with 3, the answer.
Oh, you're not even thinking.
You know
Who
why?
doesn't- I mean, who doesn't know that?
Because no one thinks about him.
No.
That's why it didn't come to mind. We should have gone with 6th.
Yes.
6 cents.
Great
Dilruk
point.
didn't even know Tony was in that. It's because you only go to
That's
Bruce
'cause he's
Willis,
young.
mate.
You did.
Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you joking?
Well, look, put it this way. I only came to the country in 2004.
Oh, that's no excuse worldwide.
It was 98 when that movie came out. I was,
Oh, what, you didn't see movies until you came here?
Sri Lanka.
Yeah, but I know. But I didn't know that she was an Aussie icon. It was
That's
just
a really
another-
great point. No one knows her in Sri Lanka. No one knows her in India. No one in Southeast
Oh, hang
Asia.
on, wait,
Who knows her in
the
the
great
Northern
basketballing
Americas?
nation of Sri Lanka.
Mate, who doesn't know Alan Iverson there?
Everyone in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, okay. Might have got me on that one.
Yeah. Thanks so much for coming
My
in, Gil.
absolute
It's
pleasure,
so
team.
good to see you alive.
What a great outro.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.